guy's too far away. It's good to have a long-range counter. There are a few people in the game that are just really hard to get up close to. I mean, root down is also good for getting to those people, like the guys in the red suits. Sorry. Deciding on how I wanted to handle this. There's no really right or wrong answer. It was just, who do I want to throw to the ground? The guy with the shield or the guy without a shield? I went with the guy without a shield. But I regret it already. It's alright, this guy gets the throw now. Turn around, get kicked in the back of the head a couple times. And I don't need this hook kick anymore now that I've got 2 momentum per turn. Spike Stamp. Yeah, with counter throw, Spike Stamp is a good thing to have. Just like the root down. It's going to stick around until I actually need it. And with the fact that they lay down for that extra amount of time, is really handy. Alright. Lost a lot of my accounts, or my attacks. Okay, we'll turn the face one. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to smack you. Spin over here. Fly over here just so I can get the free instant kill on this guy. As I might have mentioned, people who attack exactly 1 square ahead of you are not a problem. Get you a little closer to the door. Lots of people want to hurt me. Well, that's okay. Part of me wants to make one of them attack this guy, but I think I could. More damage will be doled out if I just let them hit me. I'm gonna block, because somebody is gonna hit me in the back of the head as soon as I do this. I want to slip. And here, check this dance out. Twirl. And gone. Blue. I didn't think Rise and Kick triggered counterattacks. Maybe I was mistaken. Or maybe it's the upgraded only. And this is why I say the throw lasts for 2 turns. Because I can get the stomp here, and he's not going to get up next turn, so I might even draw the swap again. Ugh, I got nothing for this guy. I could combo counter him, but if you can choose not to get hurt, that's always the best play. And get him up against the wall. I'll get just enough damage to finish him off. Ground punch. Might be a mistake to do that. But I don't like to play perfectly. I like to play for fun. Oh my. Weak. Sometimes improv gives you a real bad hand. Most attacks are decent. Sometimes you're just a little unlucky. Alright, perfect. Whee! I always like ground punch and spike stamp because it always hits them in that, you know, real sensitive area. Get like a few of those in a deck and you can just have a hilarious slapstick time slapping around their stick. So put it bluntly. I wonder if my combo counter is high enough to kill the guy on. Oh, right. I forgot. He was bleeding to death. You go over here. So you attack 2 away, you can still do damage to this guy. And I will stay here and be able to take any incoming damage. Whee! It's a terrible idea to stand on the edge of the map when there's a shovey guy around. He chose to be polite this turn. Real sweet of him. Free kill. I like charge. If you finish them up with charge, they go flying. It's hilarious. Not a good move. Like, it's expensive, and it doesn't do that much damage. And normally the enemies are right up in your face. But it is real fun. 39. It's 20, 35. Yeah, I'll be fine. This guy's the biggest threat because he attacks 2 away. Yeah, give him a shove. Just for kicks. I'm gonna finish him with a charge and you can see what I mean. Whee! Like, look at that. If there wasn't a wall there, he would have flown like half a mile. Like, linebackers can't do that. Bloop. You know somebody who could have done that. A volleyball player I used to watch when I was a kid. I dated this girl in college. And she played volleyball, and I wanted to, go to one of her games and show support. And the team captain was Nancy Socobe. Now, literally had no idea that the team was that good. Because Nancy Socobe, turns out, had already won the World Cup for volleyball before she went to college. And she was, like, ridiculously big. Like, she was like 6.5 feet tall and like 400 pounds of just pure muscle. Like, whenever I hear like women can't play like in the NFL, I think of Nancy Socobe, who is just a giant woman. And I'm like, she could definitely play in the NFL. She could murder full-grown men at any point if she ever wanted. Now, onto the game I watched. It was fantastic. So Nancy, let's see, how do I start the story? So there was a new college that showed up out of nowhere, and they said, "Hey, we heard you have a volleyball team. We just formed a volleyball team, and we want to play a game against you." They seemed to have no idea that our team was like a college or an Olympic level volleyball team, and this poor shiny new school had a bunch of tiny people who were probably decent at volleyball, but have probably never played on a competitive level before. And they were having some really embarrassing warm-ups, and the coach said, if they score a single point on you, you are going to run 100 laps. Nancy took that very, very seriously. She did not want to run. So, you know how in volleyball it seems like the way to score points is to hit the areas in between your opponents, like hit it where they can't return it. Nancy didn't want to do that. Nancy felt that like she needed to send a message. She deliberately aimed at the players, like as hard as she could. So she hits it full strength, screaming like a madwoman, and just obliterated whoever was on the other side. Like, the ball would hit them, and then it would bounce off the ceiling of the gymnasium. Like, it was hitting, like, light fixtures. Like, I was scared in the audience that, like, a stray shot was going to bounce back and hit me. I was seeing blood on the opponent's side of the field. They didn't... It was a complete shutout game. Like, I don't think there's a mercy rule in volleyball. Otherwise, we would have seen it. It was kind of horrifying in a way. But I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Nancy was great. She was from... I thought that last one ignored block. Oh well. She was from Kenya. I got to take her first picture of her in snow because she had never seen it before. I'm from Montana. I've seen nothing but snow. Saw grass for the first time when I went to college. I forget what we were talking about. Or what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. Not ignores block. If they have no block, then they bleed. That doesn't do me a whole lot of good. It raises combo. These guys are the worst for counter decks. Because I can block all I want, but it doesn't do anything if they push me back. I need... my root down. There we go. Well... or I need to get him in position to fly out the door. Tackle's decent. Alright. I'll get Tackle. Trade out some of my other cards. Throws are great in this game because they basically count as a stun for just about anybody who isn't super heavy. See, it's already proven its worth. It puts me here, this guy goes out the door. Couldn't ask for a better start. Oh no. Ambassador's gonna get beat up. Stunned enemies. I don't have any stunned enemies, and I never will. Alright. So whenever you draw a heal card, you want to use it. I mean, don't do anything super dumb, but you want to use your heal cards right away because they basically take up a slot in your hand if you draw them and you don't end up needing them. Like, it's good to have heal cards in your deck, but you don't want to be in a situation where you have heal cards in your deck, but not enough block. And so if you don't need healing, you get that out of your hand to make room for something you can use. Oof, I need ground punch. I don't have it. So I'm just going to dance with the ambassador a little bit. So go that way. Now I turn, you dip, I dip, I put my hand upon your hip, and then finish with a kick to the chest. Beautiful. The perfect dance. Oh shoot, I'm turning into a throw deck. It wasn't the plan, but it's happening. Quick kick is probably a little better than improv. I like randomness, so I want to keep improv, but I also want to win. Got lots of money. Let's upgrade combo counter, because that's my big damage counter. It's the closest thing I have to a big damage card. Let's see, do I have root down? I have root down. I have counter throw. I have stay strong. Lay down. Just like in a coffin. Stamp on your groin. And we do a little dance. I like this deck. It's a fun deck. Get to toss people around. Like, it's very pointless, but so much fun. Alright. Combo counter. Quick block. Shove this guy down. punch him in the groin. Get this guy. And here he gets the super counter. 20 damage. Not bad numbers at all. Okay, this is a little bit of a problem. Alright, I got it. So I block enough damage to not die when I get the headbutt. And then I take up the spot, just cleared up. I think that was the only safe play. And we dance. Alright. Whew. Where did that shield go? You keep a root down. You always want to keep a root down for an emergency later. Like here. This guy's gonna headbutt me. But I don't want to fly away. Alright, I think this is it. I think he's dead.